What's up, y'all? I am back and really excited to be out of the hospital and film a new video for you. Foundation reviews are always my favorite to film. I do want to let you know that I am super grateful for the amount of you that had reached out to me, messaged me on Instagram, TikTok, and just how great the last video did. It feels really good. I feel like a closeness to you guys, and I've been doing this a long time. I mean, I feel like I've been on YouTube 8-9-ish years, and I'm really starting to feel very close to a lot of you. So thank you for reaching out. I'm doing better. I'm on home care. I have a PICC line. That's its own story and show in and of itself. I got home 3 days ago and just trying to adjust and unpack. And today I'm like, you know what? I feel good. I'm breathing good. I have energy. So let's film. And it'll feel so good to get makeup on. So I'm not going to give a long intro like in my last video. I'm going to dive right in. So let's talk about the new L'Oreal Lumi Le Glow Tint Foundation. I got two shades here. The lightest shade is 100. I believe it's a cool neutral. And this one's in the shade 120. It is also a neutral. I'm a neutral undertone, which is kind of bizarre because for a long time I wore cool undertones. And then a really nice woman at either Sephora or Ulta, I forget which one, I think it was Ulta, took the time to just like do an undertone test with me, and I'm a neutral undertone, which kind of blew my mind a little bit. So these are both neutral. First off the bat, the packaging, it doesn't wow me. I mean, it's cute, but just, you know, little plastic tube, whatever. It's a drugstore foundation. It's L'Oreal. Can't bitch too much about that, right? I got mine off of Amazon. I think this came out like last month. So I'm a little late to the game, but let me see how many shades they have here. So it looks like there are 16 options. I got the lightest shade, which is 100, and then there is a 110 warm and then a 120 neutral. So there is a warm in between the two that I picked. This is supposed to be a skin tint, so a lot of brands can kind of, in a way, get away with less color options, less foundation options. Ooh, I've been up since 4, you guys, because I have a medicine due at 5. So, bear with me through this video. So it is an illuminating foundation. It does say it is for all skin types. So keep that in mind. A light diffusing pearl for a soft lit glow. 82% hydrating serum base for a healthy radiance. Provides a natural makeup result and minimizes color imperfections. Instantly evens for a smoother looking skin. And I swear, unless I am crazy, we know I'm crazy. You know, the reviews aren't that great, and I really don't remember what I was saying. Oh, I feel like they had a Lumi foundation in the past. No, maybe, I don't know. I thought that they did. If they did, I'm gonna put it up here. But I swear they had another type of Lumi foundation. And what a lot of brands do is when they have an older foundation, they just repackage it and say, look at my new foundation. And then we all kind of fall for it. We're like, oh, this reminds me of such and such. And then, yeah, it's all a marketing thing, okay? So at Ulta, this is $17. On Amazon, I got mine cheaper. I got mine for about $14. Oh, it's on sale on Amazon, 18% off. With a clip, you just like hit the clip on there. So if it's on sale on Amazon and then you can get a coupon, click the coupon and get yourself the foundation on Amazon. All right, let me shut up and let's jump in. I already swatched these and the 120 is much too dark for me. So I'm going to go in with the shade 100 Cool Neutral. I actually have my hair clips today. What we're gonna do today is ignore my nails because I'm gonna do them today. I'm gonna do them later on today, but for right now, we're gonna ignore them because they look terrible. I don't think I'm going to do a primer. You guys know I love my e.l.f. Halo Glow. This is already a Lumi glowy dewy type of foundation. So I'm not going to use a primer and we're gonna go from there. So I shook it real good, got me a pump on the back of my hand. It is runny, a thin consistency. I don't necessarily hate that. So let's go in. All right, Ariel, let's get you back here a little bit. Since I'm not doing, nothing is on my face. Okay, one pump. It's not a huge pump. Let's keep that in mind. So, you know what? I'm just gonna go with it. I'm overthinking. I'm gonna do a brush on this side. Yeah, this is thin. This is sheer. Very thin consistency. So if you are like a makeup minimum, do y'all want to get in here? Let's get in here. Okay, now that you can see me and see what's going on, I don't have a zoom thing on my camera, so I literally have to move everything up. But hopefully you can tell here that not a lot is going on. So if you are a full coverage girly, I don't know if you'll be a fan. I always forget to go in with the sponge. So this video, I am on it and going in with a sponge. I am a brush person. It is very thin, very skin tint, which is what it is. Skin care like. So not a lot going on, okay? Not very exciting, not very excited, okay? Let's go in with another pump here, and this probably isn't going to build up. I'm gonna go in with two pumps. Let's try and get something going here. I feel like the brush and the sponge did the exact same thing. So it's not like, you know, I mean, we can say that the sponge maybe soaked up some product. Sure, we could probably say that. So let's see if 3 pumps makes a difference. The color's good. I probably should drag it down my neck a little bit. My neck is much lighter than my face. I mean, I'm already pale as snow, but my neck is even more pale. Okay, so off the bat, the shade will work for me. I mean, if I really like this foundation, that's the lightest shade. You know what I mean? It's all I got to work with. I think it's good. I think it's good. That's all I can really say about the shade. It feels good on the skin. I mean, it's, you know, it's not cakey. It's not overly done, which typically I like foundations like this. It is a water-based foundation. It looks really, really pretty on the skin. It looks like my skin, but better. It does have the luminosity if you aren't a fan of a glowy, dewy look, glowy foundation. You might not like this, especially like the oily kids in the crowd. He might not like this. I don't feel like it's overly dewy and giving me that oily look, but I'm going to be going in with powder anyway. So off the bat, I think it looks really pretty. It looks really pretty on my skin. Didn't need a primer. Just gives me a very hydrated, healthy looking glow, which I'm a fan of. Not everybody's a fan of. I'm a fan of. So I am going to do the rest of my makeup and then, you know, just kind of test and see how everything is looking and goes on. So give me about 10 minutes, y'all. Let's roll. All right, so my makeup is done. I'm playing with the new e.l.f. Holy Strokes Micro Fine Brow Pen. I am doing a full face of e.l.f. in my next video, but I had to play with this. My brows are, there's a learning curve when you know, I don't usually use a brow pen. You know, to me, it's like a marker for your brows. So my brows might look a little, I don't know. They might look a little different today, but that is why. And then the e.l.f. Glow Reviver Lip Oil. Oh my God, it is so good. I will link everything down below so you guys know what I used, but everything went over this so beautifully. I feel like my camera or lighting or something, like I look a little overexposed today. Hopefully I can fix it in post. But I feel like, oh, my skin looks flawless. It's not overdone. It's still giving, like, you know, well, the thing is, I think with my powder I used, it definitely gave me more of a fuller coverage look. Like, you know, it's like a powder. Honestly, it's the e.l.f. Halo Glow Powder Filter. It might have amped up the coverage, you know, than what the foundation originally gave. It gives a beautiful glow to the skin too. So again, if you aren't into glowy looks, this look probably wouldn't be for you, but I like you guys to know what kind of products I am using. But I feel like my skin just looks like it got a huge drink of water. It just looks healthy, and this is the type of look I go for. I really like the way my makeup looks. My brows are questionable, but everything else looks really, really good. So the wear test begins. I started early today. Gonna get a nice long day in to see if this foundation makes me oily. If I get oily, it'll just be like in my T-zone mostly. Just pretty much probably like everybody else. So I'll just do one check-in later on today. No reason to do multiples, and just see how this makeup looks. I try to keep my highlight very strategically, like higher on my face. Not overdo it, not use too much, but let's keep our fingers crossed and hope that it stays looking just as beautiful now. So let's see, and I will check in with you guys later. All right, you guys, I am back. Got me my delicioso latte here. Actually, I cheated today. I went to Dunkin' to pick, wow, I can't talk. After I picked up my prescriptions and decided somebody else make my latte today. Plus, it's always a little bit better than mine. Let's just be real. So that was a lot of movement. I will say I am getting oily. I noticed it. Let me hold still so maybe you guys can see it. Just in my T-zone. I noticed it around the 5-hour mark. I am right now at the 7-hour mark. So I think for those who have combo skin, oily skin, I have combo skin. Like, I just get oily in my T-zone. Be careful. You could probably, I mean, if I touched up, this is no touch-ups. If I touched up, I don't think it would be a problem, but this is no touch-ups. And some people do not bring stuff to touch up. I'm kind of one of those people. It depends on the purse. It depends how much I can fit in my purse, if I want to bring a powder or whatever. But for those who don't, just keep that in mind. It's not to a point where it's just like, ugh, disgustingly greasy, really gross. It's shiny. It's, if it gets any more oily than this, then we have a problem on our hands. The shade match, again, it's a skin tint. They can get away with less shades if that bothers you. If that's not your jam, skin tints aren't your jam, I wouldn't bother buying this foundation. For those who love full coverage, this would not be your jelly, jam, preserves, any of it, okay? You wouldn't want to touch it. If you don't like a glowy look, this wouldn't be your jam. I can still see all my pores, so if you have very large pores, this also would not be your what? You got it. I'm gonna assume you're vibing with me here. I do think it's breathable. I like the lightweight of it. For skin tint, I like it. I know a lot of people like the the dropper, Maybelline dropper. That did not work for me. I got pretty oily with that. Same thing with this. It kind of reminds me of that a little bit. Just need that powder, baby, though. Gonna need that powder. Gonna need that matte primer. You're gonna need something. So take all of that in consideration. Yeah, my dog has coughing spasms. Okay, he's alive. We're good. So take all that in consideration. I always say, buy off of Amazon. If you don't like it, return it. I am an advocate for returns on Amazon. I ain't gonna sit here in front with you. Like, if I don't like something, it's going back. I go to my local UPS, scan my barcode, and return it. I don't care. Jeff Bezos gonna be okay. Maybelline or L'Oreal, Maybelline and L'Oreal would be okay because I've returned stuff to Maybelline. I don't feel bad about it. I never have felt bad about it. It's just easier to do than I feel like taking my happy ass back to Ulta or Sephora. I feel like there's no judgment with Amazon, and I just like buying off Amazon. Is this a foundation you think you would try, that you're interested in? Would it work for you? Have you tried it? Did you like it? Did you not? Let the people know down below. Let me know. I like knowing things because I keep the bag. Like I said, I keep the bag, the other one's in there because she's going back. And then I'll decide on this here soon if she's gonna go back too. No shame in my game over here. So that is it for this video. If you liked it, please give me a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button. I would really appreciate it. And I will see you guys on my next one. And I just realized I forgot to turn my other light on. So things probably look different. Forgive me. I love you. See you on my next one.